Hi, this video is on should unit owners have to advocate for building repairs. So as an engineering consultant, we're hired by the board of directors to come in and perform various evaluations and consulting on your building. And so we'll go around the interiors and we'll see, for instance, we'll come into a unit and we'll see towels on the windowsill, and we'll ask the resident, why do you have towels on your windowsill? Well, every time it rains, we've got a towel on the windowsill. Or why is there buckets in your living room? Well, every time it rains, and I've told the board this again and again and again and again. So, does the unit owner have to advocate for building repairs? 99% of the governing documents that I've read say the following: the association shall maintain the building. They will maintain the building with an operating budget and or a special assessment. That's it. It doesn't say if the association has the money, we'll get around to doing something. It doesn't say if you're the favorite of the board, or if you're not liked by the board, you're not going to get maintenance done on your unit. So just kind of a reminder to the boards out there, listen to your people when they're complaining about things, because we've seen both sides. Here's how that breaks down. The unit owner needs to fill out the form, fill out the maintenance request, send an email, do the necessary things that they would typically do for, hey, I've got a leaky window. Every time it rains, I have to put a towel down. Here's some photos. Can you please send somebody to fix my unit? That starts with the property management company. If you don't have one of those, it goes straight to the board. Now, if you keep getting ignored about that, obviously you're sending reminders, but at some point in time, you may need to escalate and call an attorney to write a letter to the board and say, look, I've been complaining about this leaky window for quite some time now. I'm sure it's doing more damage to the building. We need to get this fixed. So that's on the unit owner side. On the board side, again, your governing documents say, thou shalt maintain. So how do you do that? You hire a consulting company to take a look at your building once a year or every 3 years, or you do your routine reserve studies, or when you find out problems, you address them in a business reasonable fashion. You are being held to a standard of volunteers and business reasonable. So if you start getting some reports, you start putting together a program, maybe you have a committee that looks at this stuff, comes up with a repair plan. Perhaps you hire a contractor, perhaps you hire a consultant. We're putting a plan together and we're going to implement it. From the board's perspective, it doesn't mean just because you get an email from Unit 101 that demands something, you have to run out and do it, but you're putting this plan together and you can't ignore obvious things that are going on. So there's kind of this, we're seeing more and more unit owners kind of not being ignored is the wrong reason, but we're talking to the boards about it and we're saying, what's going on? Well, we just don't have the money. Be careful. Your governing documents say, thou shalt maintain. So make sure you find that balance between those two things and listen to both sides and figure out an easy maintenance plan and keep track of your maintenance. Thanks.